What's goody? What's goody? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to another episode of Think Pieces and Conversations. We're here for another episode, man. So much to talk about. I've been staying off the net. I've been decreasing my time on the internet. That's part of my New Year's resolution. I start my New Year's resolutions in late September to early April, not early April, early October. Before my birthday, I need to already be priming myself, already starting up the habit to achieving my goals. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I said I was gonna stop doing, I was gonna stop overextending. I think I did a lot of that this year. I said I was gonna stop overextending. I said I was gonna do that last year for this year, and I failed at that. So we're gonna go cold turkey and go hard at it. We're gonna do what we say. We're gonna practice what we preach. I give a lot of advice that not that I haven't used, but since I've used it before, it's appropriate for me to give somebody else that advice when I need to keep on it. I need to stay disciplined. I need to stay giving that advice and practicing what I preach. My problem is I get comfortable. I get confident, too confident. Yo, I'm here, I'm this, I'm that. There's also another uh there is another New Year's resolution that I need to stop doing, that I want to start. But before I get to that, I'm going to play this clip and it's going to explain why and what it is I'm going to do. If the video don't, then I'm going to put it in context.
You cannot reason with this level of nonsense.
So you want accountability for criminals?
Yes.
Then why would you support a 34-count felon?
Trump was not legitimately charged with any crime.
That's your opinion.
It's a fact.
Did he not make up and falsify business records?
Who was accused of it?
He didn't break the law.
Perhaps,
So
maybe.
in your opinion, perhaps
Maybe a... No. Okay, stop. Donald Trump was accused of falsification of business records by instructing a lower staffer we don't know he actually instructed, all because of Cohen making a claim about paying Stormy Daniels. This cannot be upgraded to a felony because it's what's called requiring an underlying crime. What was the underlying crime?
The problem I have...
Answer the fucking question.
What was the underlying
Yes.
crime? 34 counts.
Of what?
Okay, falsifying business records was
Underlying
one of
crime,
them.
name it.
I don't have it right in front of me.
There isn't.
See, Tim Cook, I think that's this podcast's name. It's good content to have arguments, conversation, to try to get your point across, to try to reason with somebody that just doesn't care about what you talking about. If they got their mind made up, that's it. Where I failed at this year, I failed at the wanting to try to change somebody's mind on anything. It's not just politics, it's whatever it could be. I'm here to give advice, and if somebody asks for my advice, that means they are willing to add to their tool set, add to their toolbox, may even change their perspective when they ask me for advice. I'm not giving out no more free advice. When I say that, free as in you gotta approach me and ask me for the advice. Or if I feel it in my heart to give it, and I feel like you'll take it, that seed in your mind is fertile enough for me to give that watering to your seed and it grows into something, then I'll give advice. this unnecessary arguing that Tim Pool or Tim Cook or I forgot his name, this podcaster, big podcaster, is doing on this, he's having a conversation with somebody that has already made up their mind. I have retired from trying to change somebody's mind that has already made up their mind. When your mind is already made up, that's it. It's cemented. It's tedious to try to change somebody's thought or perspective. That's a part of my New Year's revolution too. Another thing that I want to add to this is that I have a beautiful, dark, twisted double standard. This is off of what I just told you about Tim Pool. This is another thing that I'm adding to my list. I have a beautiful, dark, twisted double standard. That's what I'm gonna call it. It's nothing weird. It's I don't expect me out of everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't expect it. Hear me out. If I expect somebody to treat me how I'm gonna treat them, that's just not the reality of life. It's dark and it's beautiful because it's the reality. It's the reality of life. I'm expecting the least out of you, but I expect the most from me. Not as in me being a good person, but me being me amounting to whatever that situation is. I'm gonna be probably gonna be the cold-hearted one in any situation. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna give you the advice that's gonna shake you up. I'm the one that's gonna cut somebody off for whatever the reason is. Reasons enough that's already been warned. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be the bad guy. I expect me to be the bad guy. I don't expect you to follow suit or not. I just know that it's reality. The reality is that everybody has a role, everybody has a position. I know what your role is as soon as I meet you. As soon as I have a conversation with you, I know what your role is. I know what your role in my life is. I don't expect the best out of you. I expect the best out of me. You see what I'm saying? And if I don't expect the best out of me, I give myself hard critique. I expect me to take hard criticism. I don't expect another person to take hard criticism. You being outside of me, I expect your critique taking ability to be subpar compared to mine. This is for anybody and everybody. So that's my double standard. My double standard is something that is against me and me reflecting on what other people are. I expect the least from people. You see what I'm saying? Anything you give that's more than what I expect from you is surprising. And another thing I gotta stop doing is that when somebody gets over my expectation, I need to stop putting them in a certain box that they don't belong in. When you first meet people, they give you their best foot forward. When you first having these type of conversations that Tim Pool had in this room, say if you're in a break room, Tim Pool was having these conversations trying to debate somebody about politics or trying to debate somebody that has already made their mind up on something that even if the facts show them a whole nother conclusion that'll change their hate for somebody or their previous decision on somebody, their previous perspective on somebody. They already made up in their hearts, minds, and soul that this is what it is. They rather be loud and wrong than be quiet and right. You listen to what the other person is saying. You take it in, you be like, oh, that sounds like it makes sense. Most people are dumb. Most people, I never give them the benefit of the doubt. I doubt that they have the mental capacity to take advice, to take criticism, change it, become better. Everybody nowadays is in their feelings. Everybody. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just learning how to move very just incognito. Just if I gotta speak on something, then I will. If you want my advice, then I'll give it. If you want something from me and I'm willing to give it, then I'll give it. There is no overextending. Seriously now. Last year, I said, yo, listen, I'm going to stop overextending. Stop overextending in conversation. Stop overextending with trying to get people's time. Stop putting people at a higher priority list than they need to be. Everybody don't deserve that. Everybody don't deserve premium first class treatment. You deserve premium first class treatment. And you know what you've been through, and you know what type of lessons you've learned in your past to come to that conclusion. You know how accountable you are of yourself. You see what I'm saying? I'm very accountable. I can't expect another human being to be that accountable. Humans aren't accountable. To learn the skill set of accountability is like learning how to bench 225 pounds. It takes a while before you learn how to bench 225. It takes time. It takes breaking in. It takes consistent time in the gym. It takes consistent, in regards to conversation, consistent learning from your mistake, consistent not blaming somebody else, consistent. It might take years before you get to hitting that 225. It might take some injury before you get to hit that 225 on that bench. Accountability is the same thing. Another part of my beautiful, dark, twisted double standards is, as far as men and women go, we are very, very, very different creatures. Another thing, as far as me and other people go, I'm a very, very different human than what others are. I had to take a look in the mirror and I was like, yo, some of the abilities that I contain, that I have, just perceptively, me looking at the world, me walking in the rooms, me feeling things, seeing things, being clairvoyant, clairsentient, just understanding what the room is and what it feels like and what is actually going on, the things that are unspoken and unsaid. Like, everybody doesn't have these kinds of powers. My double standard for me is I know better. So my rules are different. How I interact with people is different. How I solve problems is different. How I go through internal conflict is different. Another thing I'm gonna stop doing, I'm not explaining. If I don't want to explain nothing to nobody, then I'm not gonna explain it. Sometimes things don't need to be explained. Me wasting time explaining causes me to get away from my objective that I have going on right now that's taking all my time. You see what I'm saying? My time I have to take more serious. My time was taken serious before, but now I have to really, really, really take my time very serious. But let me put up another video. Let's get into some current events, man. Um, let's speak on tomorrow, November 1st. SNAP benefits are getting cut. But I'm about to play this video that I found on X. Uh, it's by the All Star Edition. We about to pull this up.
Here, what is your strategy to end the shutdown?
Look, on November 1st, people in more than 30 states are going to be aghast when they see their bills, and they're going to cry out. And I believe there will be increased pressure on Republicans to negotiate with us.
He just said the quiet part out loud. Until there is enough suffering for the American people, then and only then will Republicans have to come to the negotiating table. That tells you who has the government shut down. Three things are happening simultaneously. Number one, Democrats want $1 trillion so they can reinstate their woke agenda. Number two, this is life or death for Chuck Schumer. He knows he can't lose this because if Trump wins, he will lose his seat to AOC. Number three, you're going to lose that seat anyway. AOC is coming for you. Your days are numbered. It's over for you. The socialists have taken over your party.
What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that?
You know, there's something rather peculiar that happens to certain people. They walk into a room and they feel it all. The unspoken tension between two friends, the hidden sadness behind a smile. And we've been told this is a gift, haven't we? This ability to see what others miss. But I want to suggest something quite different to you today. That this very ability, this clear seeing, might be the most dangerous thing you'll ever possess. Now, I'm not speaking of danger in the ordinary sense. I'm not talking about physical harm. I'm speaking of something far more subtle and far more devastating. The danger of becoming so aware that you can no longer participate in the beautiful unconsciousness that allows most people to live their lives in relative peace. Have you ever watched people at a party? Really watched them? They're playing a game, you see. Everyone knows the rules without ever being told. You ask how someone is, they say fine, and you both pretend this is a complete answer. You compliment the host, you laugh at jokes that aren't particularly funny. You nod sympathetically at stories you've heard before. It's a kind of collective agreement to stay on the surface.
I think you pretty much get the idea, right? So you have people that have this kind of perception when they walk in the room. They see things, hear things, feel things, smell things. When I run into another that has that same kind of power, another thing I gotta stop doing, I gotta stop thinking that they're more special than they actually are. You see what I'm saying? Since I have intimate knowledge of this power, there are things that I see, feel, notice that I could never explain ever. Even if I run into one that says that they do, I just don't believe them. And I don't know if in my resolution that I should believe more people or they gonna need more people for me to believe them in anything. Not even just this. It's not even that I'm a pessimist. It's just like, yo, you gotta show me. You can't tell me. You gotta show me. You have to show me. Listen. You have to show me what you trying to perceive. You have to. I hear you talking. I hear it. It sound good. But I don't believe you. See what I'm saying? Should I believe more in the... But anyway, man. I got people calling my phone. I gotta answer these calls. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Follow the podcast on every platform. Make sure the notifications is on my channels. Another thing too, I have been doing a lot of gaming. I've been getting back to my one true love, gaming, fighting game, Street Fighter 6. Make sure that you tuning in. If you rocking with that, follow my Twitch. We're gonna be doing a lot more things. I'm 100% focusing on myself for the rest of 2025, 2026. This is what we on. We focusing on ourselves, content, working out, getting money, getting fly, talking shit. That's what we on, man. Hopefully you learned something today. I'm out of here.